terrible, horrifying, regressive decision after another by the Taliban. Top Afghan women voices have been speaking out, and more so here on India Today, over these regressive diktats that the world had expected, but probably not so soon. It's gender apartheid and total nightmare for women in Afghanistan. Women are speaking to us from undisclosed locations. Pooja Shali with this agenda-setting interview.
After banning education for women, Taliban is back with another regressive order in Afghanistan and, as always, targeting women. If women are working even with NGOs now, they will have to head back to work. NGOs have been asked not to employ women anymore. It has led to global outrage. People are speaking against it, but remember, for even to protest on the streets of Afghanistan right now, it's absolutely difficult and even life-threatening in some cases. But joining me now are two brave Afghan women. They're not in their country, in their motherland right now. They had to flee and leave and are living in different parts of the world, undisclosed locations, but nevertheless are willing to speak up about what's unfolding. I'm joined by Sudaba Bayani, who's a civil engineer and a women's rights activist. Wazma Ayubi is an entrepreneur, also a women's rights activist. In fact, Wazma has been seen at so many of events, sports events, in signifying the culture, tradition, the color that Afghanistan truly represents, not what Taliban wants it to be represented as. Wazma, I want to then start with you. When you see what Afghanistan is becoming now, one by one, women are being told they cannot work, cannot study. What is it that you're feeling? Is it helplessness? Is it anger? Is it sadness? Is it a mix of all? Because for Afghan women, this is going to be life-changing.
I'm sad, angry, heartbroken. It's a mix of emotions all at the same time. My heart just goes out for the for the women that are currently in Afghanistan and going through these hard situations. And actually, the brave women of Afghanistan that, despite the threats and everything, they've taken to the streets and they're fighting, they're marching for their rights. It's a very sad and heartbreaking situation and events that are happening in my country at the moment, to be honest.
Sudaba, as I introduce you, Sudaba Bayani is a civil engineer. Sudaba, the girls now or the generation after will not even have that designation to be introduced. How do you become a civil engineer when you can't even get yourself educated in Afghanistan? And what does that mean for a whole generation of such bright, intelligent women in Afghanistan, in your homeland? What are you hearing? What are the stories that are coming out from Afghanistan that you can tell us about?
So we heard the news, the announcement first. It was the night when girls were studying for their finals. They were in the end of their semester. It's end of the year in Afghanistan, and they were about to finish their last semesters. They were in the middle of their finals that this happened, and they banned them from attending universities anymore. They were confirming this to me. They sent that announcement to me to confirm if that's true or not, if they can still study for tomorrow's exam or they can stop now. So it was really so heartbreaking for me when I hear that news. We were expecting this because when they banned high schools, there will be no other females graduate to attend universities. We were thinking that this ban may implement on them, but they did this to the girls who were in the middle of their exams and were about to graduate. So it's really disturbing, and all the women who are out there asking for their rights to education, they are all full of anger, full of emotions, and they can't control themselves to stay at homes and bear all these things all along with themselves.
Wazma, you're such a powerful face and voice right now. You were able to also head back to the nation some time ago. What is it that the world can do listening to you right now? What can we do here? That, you know, we must ensure that the Taliban cannot get away with such decisions. These are brutal because this is going to have consequences later.
Yeah, well, women's rights are human rights. And
yes, so Baba, let Wazma answer that and I'll come back to you.
Okay.
Yes, Wazma, go ahead.
Well, to be honest, this era is called the era of women in the rest of the world, but in my country, women are banned from going to school, women are banned from going to universities, banned from going to parks, banned from going to public hammams, banned from listening to music, banned now from even going to work. I mean, what is the world waiting for?
Yes.
It's been 1.5 years since the Taliban are in power in Afghanistan, and they've done everything in their power to remove, to completely erase women from public life. The world can do more. The world can do better. There needs to be political pressure. There needs to be travel bans. There needs to be sanctions on so many things on the current government, on Taliban. They can't just get away with this. I think everybody needs to come together. There needs to be a unified stand against these actions of the Taliban. A lot of Afghan women and Afghans all around the world, and even within the country, we're standing up, but it's not enough. I mean, there are still deals going on behind the curtains with the Taliban, which infuriates us. Why is it happening? Like, the world doesn't care about the Afghan women anymore. I mean, I know there has been so many things going on with if you see the situation in Ukraine and other places, that the world completely forgot about Afghanistan, and then us Afghans, we knew this was going to happen. It's not that we didn't know it was going to happen. It was going to come to this, but we just had that hope, and now those hopes are shattered as well. So the world needs to put more political pressure on Taliban, and there needs to be a very strong stand against this.